I'm curious to hear how Mudahar's going to respond to this. So let's hear Mudahar's response to being called out for being a fake engineer. How do you think he's going to reply as a guest in the stream chat? Do you think he's going to own up to it and just say, yep, you caught me out there, I totally lied, I exaggerate some of my expertise, some of my experience, some of my knowledge, but I'm still doing this and that and this? Or do you think he'll just kind of try to ignore it and, you know, troll and essentially turn the whole thing into, you know, whatever else? What do you think's gonna happen? Okay, let's fucking go anyway. Let's check out what Muda has to say.
Hello, guys and gals. Me, Mutahar, and it's safe to say it's been a pretty wild week. You know, I was looking at YouTube apparently rolling out an AI to verify if we are actually under or over the age of 18.
Okay.
You know, when it comes to the internet, ladies and gentlemen, the past 7 days has really shown me that there's a lot that's changing. There's going to be a lot more showing your identification to access every part of the internet. That free, anonymous space that many people crave and love, that is slowly but surely dying out.
And talk about it.
Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to look at YouTube here, where they were saying that starting August 13, 2025, so actually not that much time left, they'll be rolling out an age estimation model to determine if a US user is
He's not going to talk about the fucking fake engineer thing. He's going to go talk about fucking this whole nonsense. Come on, bro. Get to the fake engineer thing. Get to the fake engineer thing. When's he talk about the fake engineer shit? Where is it? He said the thing. What did he say the thing?
Now, YouTube's pretty much engineered, I would say, in their mind, it seems a pretty foolproof way of isolating kitties from surveillance and control of the kind of information that you are supposed to see. So he says, denying that cannot be used for unlawful purchases, including like sexual content, or they were in a situation to expand further. But who's to say down the road that you know, at this point, I've made my money, I've made my time, made my mark on the internet. Privacy and communication between people, that's slowly being taken away. Okay. And that is, by far, some of the most black-pilling shit that I've actually ever seen. But, you know, it really makes me wonder, like, what my future is, too. And I'm not saying this is like I'm retiring right now.
Please do. So this is the only place he addressed it. He addressed the fucking allegations of being a fake engineer the last 3 minutes of the video. No, 1 minute, nearly under 3 minutes. Always scamming until the very end. Always scamming until the very end. Always scamming until the very end. Props, man. Props. No wonder he's got so many dislikes then. What the fuck? Such an engineer video. Incredible bait. He got me, exactly. Jesus Christ. Great fucking bait. Great fucking bait.
But I wouldn't honestly say expect the video even tomorrow, or expect the video every day. Because my time on the internet, me personally, given changes in my life when it comes to my personal stuff, I would rather dedicate my time to family first and most importantly.
Why is it whenever anyone gets caught of lying, caught in a lie, the first thing they want to do is pretend to be a good dad, start fucking cosplaying as a family man, suddenly their friends are the most important people. Before, wasn't he saying that all his fans were like his friends or like his family? I love you guys so much. You guys have given me this life I could never do. Wasn't that part of the manipulation? Wasn't that part of the fucking Mutahar fucking pignosis that was going on? Now all of a sudden, the fans and people online don't matter. It's all about real life people. This motherfucker, man.
You know, at this point, I've made my money, I've made my time, made my mark on the internet. It is what it is. And I would rather focus on, you know, a part of life that isn't being invaded by the government and it isn't being invaded by third-party companies. Because I really do think that what we're seeing now is just sort of the start. I think the internet is going to look a lot different in a year. And I think that literally is going to happen because I think a lot of people that have been used to the anonymity, that have been used to it being one of the last frontiers, that's going to be taken away. So for me, you know, I don't know. I'm not to ever completely retire off the internet.
Can you address the allegations?
If I decide to fucking log off and focus on fucking other things and ventures that aren't being invaded by the government and third parties, That might be where I want to
What
go
about the
down.
lies,
Okay,
man? What about the 10 years of lies, you fucking
honestly,
donut?
like this whole like what's been
Christ.
going on with governments and everything has been one of the most mind-boggling things to see. And I feel like everyone wants to fight back, and everyone is trying to fight back. But every time people do try to fight back, these agencies, these governments just say, yeah, we heard you. We also just don't care. Okay. Like hundreds of thousands of people signed that one petition about repealing the online.
Definitely not addressing it, isn't it?
And the government basically told you to get fucked.
Fucking hell.
That's basically the whole story.
Brilliant clickbait.
So yeah, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.
He doesn't address anything. He doesn't address anything. By the way, this is good news, though. I just seen this clip. This is fucking good news. This is fucking great news. Death penalty on the table for YouTuber who gunned down. Yeah, good news, man. That's fucking good to hear. So that fucking horrible situation where this fucking idiot decided to run up on one of his rivals in the live streaming world in Vegas and fucking shoot him and his fucking wife dead live on stream. Finally got arrested and shit, and the death penalty is on the table for him as a punishment. That's fucking good. That's fucking good to hear. He deserves that more. He deserves that and more. Fuck that guy. Mutahar addresses. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he did address it. He did address it. He did address it. I just missed it. Wow, it must have been right at the beginning. He did address it. Okay, cool. I completely missed it then. My bad. He did actually address it. Okay, let's play the clip.
Pretty much engineered, I would say, in their mind, it seems a pretty foolproof way of isolating kiddies from adults. Now, I use the E word over there, and I want to just start talking a little bit. I know there's been some drama, and I want to kind of address things here really quickly. So, obviously, I have been calling myself a engineer, in some cases a programmer, a cybersecurity engineer, whatever you can call it. And, I apparently have also been a dropout, which I don't hide. Now, obviously, me being a dropout, I don't have a degree, so I'm not a certified or licensed engineer.
Exactly.
Now, I made a lot of videos in the past where I've taught you guys about computer safety, cybersecurity, a lot of this stuff, and I think that content stands up on its own. And I believe it actually can be used, and people have learned from it, and I think that's great. Now, if you feel offended, if you feel wrong that I called myself an engineer while not being a degree-holding engineer, then for that I do apologize. And I will denigrate myself to, I guess, programmer or a fat Indian guy that knows a bit about computers. That's what I'll leave it at. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Now, again, if you want to stick around, awesome. If you still feel wronged and this does not suffice for you, then I don't really give a fuck. Simple as that. Now, again, that being said, if anything else comes out of this, whether there be some legal stuff, then I'll just let lawyers handle it and we'll call it a that. But that being said, I want to move forward, and that's pretty much the engineered response that I had to give.
Legal stuff. Legal stuff. Jesus Christ, Mutahar. Legal stuff. You're the one in the wrong. Oh, this guy is fucking fantastic.